Senate File 394 is a simple bill about a simple concept that says if you're a company who does the right thing, who follows federal law, then you shouldn't be sued for having done the wrong thing. It says that if you follow federal law in labeling your product being sold under FIFRA, and you follow that law to the T, you follow every single regulation that federal law says you have, and that federal law is the only way you can sell that product, that you shouldn't be sued for having failed to label it correctly. Now, the other side is going to conflate this issue. What they're going to get up and say today, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, is that nowhere else has anything like this been done before. Not true. Georgia has passed this law. North Dakota has passed this law. And the Third Circuit Court of Appeals has already recognized that the preemption doctrine when it comes to FIFRA. The other side is going to get up today and say, if we pass Bousselot's bill, we can't sue. I can't sue anymore. Well, that's just not true either. Because you can still sue under negligence, strict liability, fraud, misrepresentation, breach of warranty, breach of implied warranty. Which brings us to a couple of important points because of what the other side is going to say. It's so important. They're going to say, we can't sue, and this product causes cancer. Never been proven. Not proven in the EPA, the EU, the WHO, Germany, Australia, Korea, Canada, New Zealand, Brazil, Japan, the 160 countries that have approved this product for use. No scientific agency in the world has concluded that glyphosate poses a carcinogenic risk. But that's the key. Because what the trial attorneys on the other side don't want to tell you is that the reason they want to sue under failure of duty to warn is because that way they don't have to prove it caused cancer. And the reason they don't want to prove that it caused cancer is because nobody has ever proven it. I guess when it comes to trial attorneys, it's not what you know, it's not what you can prove, it's what you can win in court for a lot of money in your pocket. The other side is also going to say that this common sense law, which simply says that you can't sue a company for failing in their labeling if they followed every single federal rule and regulation and how they put that label on their product, they're going to say, well, holy smokes, when did Republicans become the party that trusts the EPA and the feds? You know, over the past 16 years, 12 of those have been under, EPA has been under Democratic leadership from the president on down. But I wouldn't say that I necessarily follow or have faith in the federal government, but I do have faith in the law. Because we are a country of laws. The rule of law is what separates us from other places where savagery and anarchy have taken place. And what we do if we allow lawsuits like this to continue to go forward is we are forcing companies who produce, more than 20 companies who produce glyphosate today, in that terrible choice between breaking federal law so they can avoid crippling lawsuits or to continue to go forward and get sued into oblivion. And at the end of the day, in that terrible choice between a rock and a hard place, what they're absolutely and ultimately going to choose is to just not do it anymore. And maybe that's the goal. But it certainly should be something we protect against. Because it is not based on truth. It is not based on justice. I would posit it is based on greed. Madam President, there is an amendment.